Hi. We're gonna try and carry on the win streak that we set up in the last recording, in the last episode, and we're gonna try and do Isaac to the Beast? I guess? It's like the next logical step. I all of a sudden feel like I haven't played Isaac, since last year. Which is very... Oh, what? I wanted to re-roll that. Okay, hold on. It didn't take the whole juice away from me, so there's still an opportunity to re-roll it. Here's the thing. This is the first recording that is taking place in the year 2023. The previous episode of... well, all of the 3 previous episodes that you'll have seen of The Binding of Isaac on the Hoopsley YouTube channel were recorded in 2022. They were all recorded sort of on the final days of the year. Please don't talk to me. Oh my god. Please don't talk to me. Let's see what's in here. Absolutely nothing interesting or exciting. And as such, what the events that have elapsed between the previous episode, which you may have seen yesterday, and this episode that you are maybe now watching today, I'm losing my mind. This is like the most that this curse has ever impacted me. The events that have elapsed are the coming of the new year. And as such, you know, epic parties, the likes of which you've never seen. And, me being in full recovery mode because I'm in my mid-20s and can't handle that kind of stuff anymore. I'm still pretty good at dealing with, like, hangover effects and stuff like that. If I don't consume any water or anything beforehand, before going to sleep, I mean, then, you know, generally it's still gonna hit me pretty hard. But, as long as I remember to just have, like, a little bit of something to drink, maybe a little bite to eat, right before bed. It doesn't have to be too much, but I'll generally be pretty much fine. But I mean, it's only as of my sort of 20s that I need to worry about that. Before that, frustratingly, I think we're gonna have to abandon our first floor item. Before that, I did just kind of not think about it much. I think up until my, like, early to mid-20s, I would get very drunk, and then go to bed without eating or drinking, and just wake up totally fine the next day. Which was something of a superpower. I don't think I'd had a hangover until I was about 22. Like, I just hadn't experienced it. I wasn't convinced it was a real thing. Everyone was just being a baby. I have now had a couple of hangovers, and they are real, and I'm no longer the, I'm no longer the gene elitist that I once was. I feel like that's a difficult... That's a treacherous sentence to say, and I regret doing it. So please, accept my, rescinding of... Is it rescinding? Rescinding of that sentence? I wish I hadn't said it, and I regret doing so. It sounded oh so much worse than it did in my head. But, yeah, I all the rooms are moving around, and the cause is messing me up. In short, I don't feel too rough, but my brain is definitely still in recovery mode. I am definitely taking my sweet time getting back on track, as it were. So it is now, as of recording this, to date the video a little bit, and though I'm not too sure it matters, in my particular instance. It is now, what, Monday the 2nd? I'm not going to disclose what time of day, but, it is Monday the 2nd, and I am, I had a New Year's party on Saturday night through into Sunday morning, which is when I'm the easiest. as well as the most enjoying the start of the year 2023, because the new year fell on the Saturday night. What was I saying? Hold on. Brain flatlining. I think there are going to be a couple like this one. I do intend to record a couple of episodes today to try and get, a jump start on a bit of a backlog, because Lord knows last year I did a terrible job of that. And I think if we can get something moving nice and early here, it could make all the difference in regards to maybe daily episodes or something like that. I should actually, now that I'm thinking about it, have picked up those blue hearts, because we are in Devil Deal territory. We're probably looking more at Angel Deals as per, but it could never hurt. Do I want to try and do this? I wish I hadn't. We're gonna go back. I've completely lost my train of thought. Who am I? Who are you? Who are we? Are we human or are we dancer? Whoa, my goodness. Maybe I should have just gone straight to the boss after picking up the blue heart, now that I'm thinking about it. But essentially, I had this party on the Saturday night for the new year, and then I spent all of Sunday on my couch watching YouTube, which seemed like a really fun idea until I realized at the end of that day, oh god, okay, there goes my blue heart, that I only had a limited amount of time left before I had to get back to the daily grind. So, it's all well and good when you're on the couch, but then you have that sort of realization, that awakening. I'll take it. I'm not happy about it, but I kind of need something. What was I talking about? It's really... We're in a fragile state here at the moment. It's not good. Send help. Send help for my brain. That wasn't like what do you call them? Like a subliminal message? God, I'm in rough shape today. I am in very rough shape today. I'm just like, it's just every pause that you're experiencing here is my brain performing like dial-up loading sequences. I'm sat here in silence for a minute, and all I can hear is like, and it's not just my tinnitus going bananas, although that is also happening. It is some severe loading times. We have 32 coins, and with that kind of shmoney, I think I would like to indulge the shop and see if there's anything worth it. Let's have a little peek. Well, there is a reroll machine, and we could buy these. And let's see. 15 for the Bible I don't much care for. This is not too bad. Sure, I'll pick that up. And then we can also pick up a battery. Just in case. We want to like re-roll a boss item or something like that. And I think that was not a horrendous use of our money. Personally, we can do this. We got a key out of it as well. That's great value. I'm gonna lean on the game a little bit today, I think, but I'm gonna do my very best. I'm just thinking about like, sort of the state that I've been in for the last couple of days. Can I do something like, if I angle it just right, I was correct. I will take it. I will leave. I mean, I'll take it because we wanted to go to the beast anyway. So this may well help us in doing that. But I'm thinking about the state that I've been in, and the fact that, like, after, oh, that was beautiful. Hold on, get away from me. I love the pentagram, and we're gonna just send it. There was no need for the battery in the end. We got 2 damage upgrades. I still don't have my stats. It's dawned on me. I once again forgot to check for my stats. I do not know where they have gone. I might have to do it on the menu. In fact, what am I... Can I, like... Give me 2 seconds here. I'm going to get, like, a notepad up. And I'm going to put this over here. Sorry if you can hear all the beeping and booping of my computer detecting my mouse again. Check for stats display after the run. And we're going to pop that right there and hope it doesn't distract me too much. In fact, let me put it over here. Perfect. And now we can get back into the action. I just feel like it's been... What are we on, episode 4 of this year? And I'm still failing to check for the stats display settings after every run. I just need that little... Whoops. That little reminder that it's something that I'm supposed to do. Evidently. But, I finished up at the party, and then I got a cab home. And this was at, like, maybe 5 or 6 a.m., because I'm just an absolute party monster. I go till the sun comes up, or in the case of New Year's, until it's about 6 hours until the sun comes up. And I got a cab home, and I just sat in total silence. I know a lot of people, like, whenever I've gotten into cabs with other people, there's a lot of, like, chit-chat going on. And when it's, like, you know, when it's, like, daytime, and I'm, you know, in good spirits or something like that, or I got a lot of energy, I will try to mingle with the cab driver a little bit. But honestly, generally, I don't all that much. I am more of, like, I get in... Whoa, that was close. I get in, and I might drop, like, hey, I'm just gonna put my earphones in and kind of zone out, if that's okay with you. In case they thought that I might want to mingle. I don't know if that's standard practice, the mingling, but I've certainly seen it a lot. And I think I'm gonna do this now, while I have the opportunity. This is a challenge boss. Or a champion, a challenge? Ow. Okay, that's my blue heart buffer gone. That is a red heart gone. And now I will not be receiving an angel deal this floor. That's okay. It's totally fine. Let's just stop losing more red hearts is sort of the goal here now. I would love for some of these explosivo shots to get to pop. Unfortunately, this guy is ducking, dodging, dipping, diving, and dodging. But no, I will just get in the cab and sit in silence. And this is a thing that I think carries through to a lot of my life. Which is that I find the awkwardness of not saying anything much better and much more manageable than awkwardness that comes about. More damage upgrades I'm loving. We're going to leave that for the moment, because I'm pretty sure we got a lot of red hearts lying around. The awkwardness from silence, way more bearable than the awkwardness that would come from me talking. In my sort of personal day-to-day life. Yeah. That's pretty good. Like, and this... Oh, God. This extends to... I'm making an absolute meal of this. This extends to a lot of my life. This extends to, like, you know, when I've got a crush on someone or something like that. For as long as I can remember, I'm that classic guy who, like, gets a crush and decides, oh, I can never talk to this person. I may not interact with this person that I'm attracted to or whatever. Because if I do... I will then have to face up to the reality that I have no idea what I'm doing, and I am a clown man who will surely embarrass himself. And I'm much happier that way. You know, I don't just never talk to anyone, I just am a bit more tactical about it. whenever I've been dating in my life, I've just used dating apps and things like that because it's much more like structured and less kind of invasive. I think a big part of it is I hate the idea of like going and bugging someone when they're out with their friends or something like that. You know, you're at like a bar and then somebody comes up to you while you're with your friends and is like, hey, I want to get your number or something. I'd be like, hey, like kind of F off. I don't know you and I don't want to. And that's a big part of it. The rest is that, like, if I did find the confidence to do that, it would surely haunt me if it ended badly for a long time. Not in, like, you know, an irreparable way. It wouldn't, like, crush my ego, but I just wouldn't be thrilled about it, you know? Picks up keys and spawns random chests. No. I do not care for this, and I will be moving on. Oh my god. Hold on a sec. Whoa. Oh no. He took my whole blue heart? Excuse me? Okay, we're getting the blue boys now. That's more like... And we got a secret room out of that. So yeah, in the instance of cabs especially, I'm quite happy to just sit in silence. It's not too bad for me. Maybe I'm making it horrible for whoever is stuck in a place in silence with me. Maybe there's something particularly awkward about getting into somebody's car and then just not saying anything for 20 to 30 minutes. But, I don't find it too bad. I find it much worse when, you know, I mean, it's quite funny. It's not actually the worst thing in the world, like I'm about to make it sound like it is. However, I do get a little uncomfortable when I get into a vehicle with somebody that I don't know very well, and they start to say some pretty crazy stuff. Recent examples of this are the movers that helped me move recently, and you know, if by some nightmare or miracle you're watching this, I would like to thank and apologize to you, because they were lovely guys. They were really, really lovely guys, and I just kind of was rolling around with them for an entire day. We were like a little crew. They showed up and they saw like my computer and my desk and everything, and they were like, "Oh, are you like a gamer? You play video games?" I was like, "Yeah, I play some games here and there, a little bit." They started chatting to me about, what was it, Project Zomboid and stuff like that. I was like, "Yeah, cool, man, cool." And then we got into the truck to you know, head out and start moving my stuff. And they started talking to me about like NFTs. And, like, Elon Musk. There was a lot of, like, Elon Musk is going to be president one day. Give it 5 years, a lot of that stuff. I do believe one of the things that they said to me was that they were 50-50 on the moon landing. And there's something... My delivery of it there wasn't very funny. But there is something just in the core, like, phrasing. I think the way it went down was... I said something about, like, oh, we were talking about conspiracy theories, because of course we were, and I said something about, like, the moon landing is a very funny one, because, of that whole point that people talk about wherein they say that the moon landing would have been harder and, like, more technologically difficult to fake than it would have been to... actually do, because to actually do it, you know, just make like a huge explosion. Whereas to fake it, you need like a lot of camera technology and a lot of like studio equipment, which isn't necessarily like a bigger technological feat, but in terms of like, you know, cost to, in terms of like monetary and labor cost, I have no idea what I'm talking about. So, like, I'm just echoing things that I've heard. I have no idea if it's accurate. I have no idea where we are. Have we been to the item room on this floor? I don't think so. I think we need to keep going, not this way. but so we were talking about that, and then I said, as I have just spent the last minute explaining, the moon landing's a funny one because of it would have been harder to fake than to actually do. And then the van went silent for a few moments as the guys looked at each other, and then they looked at me, and then one of them said, "Yeah, we're sort of 50-50 on the moon landing." And I found it extremely funny because of, and this is purely based on my perceptions of the world and the way that I choose to see things and what I choose to believe. There is something extremely funny to me as a person who very, very much believes the moon landing was real, that the entire room got flipped onto me, and it was a situation wherein these two guys were like, who's gonna tell him? Like which one of us is gonna break the news to this guy that the moon landing probably didn't happen? I just thought that was extremely funny. But I've had a few situations like that. I can't think of the others off the top of my head. I know I've been in cabs with people that have started telling me about their crazy business ideas, or like telling me about how X company is looking to destroy the world. And while I think that that is maybe true in some more philosophical sense, I don't think that it's true in the very literal sense that these people were describing to me. But, oh my god. Dodging. I can't believe I just ate that shot. I'm very winded all of a sudden. I've been talking for a while, it feels like. And I have. It's been 21 minutes. This is double the length of either of the first 2 episodes of this year. I can't believe it. This is crazy. Because this is not, it's not even been that long. I was just that bad when the year started out. Oh my goodness. That's sort of the flow I got for that monologue, if I'm completely honest with you. I was talking about like being awkward for a long time. And I think that's all. My little bomb shots aren't gonna work on you guys, huh? What else could I talk about, man? I mean, to be fair, I could keep this monologue going a little bit. I've thrown the flow a little bit now, but on the subject of me being awkward and not talking, I could finally address what for some might be a bit of an elephant in the room. I sincerely doubt it, though. But this would be my my trip to Iceland this year, which, as a lot of my year was fraught with drama and problems that ailed my mentality, my mental health. But, you know, it's happened now, and I'm moving past it. We're in a new year where we're going to try and make better choices and do better things and you know, be better to people around us. Ow. This is looking like a no angel items run based on how poorly I'm playing. But, a big part of my trip to Iceland was my reluctance to speak to anybody in Iceland, which is funny, because the reason I was there is because I have Icelandic friends who I know speak very good English, and I know that lots of people in Iceland speak very good English, and that they're not that bothered about doing so. In fact, I think I heard quite a few people just speaking English around me. But I find that there is something quite not unnerving, I don't know. There's something quite silly to me about the fact that I would go to another country and just kind of expect people to speak to me in my native tongue when it's not the native tongue of said country. If somebody came to visit me in the UK, and started speaking to me in French or in Spanish, I would kind of give up on the spot and be like, listen, I'm not going to dunk on you for this, but I genuinely have no idea what you're saying, and as such can't really reciprocate verbally. I don't have a lot to offer. What I can do is I can pull out Google Translate on my phone and have you speak into my phone, and hope that it's going to offer an accurate enough translation that I can help you. But failing that, we're kind of at an impasse here where I'm not going to be able to do too much for you. So you might have to find somebody with a slightly more extensive world experience who has a little more to offer, and that person is not me, and I accept that at the moment as my state of being. I do intend to do something about that. I can't learn every language. I'm quite bad at memorizing things like that. I'm gonna learn a couple of languages, maybe, or a language. Maybe I'll start with that. Let's go in here. Okay. Maybe we will do this, and then we'll go up, and we will take a look for some kind of deal. If it's a devil deal, we'll use the coupon, and see if that yields any positive benefits. I don't think we're going to, though, because we did walk in and get immediately hit by the boss. So I would say it's unlikely. But what we can do instead is use the coupon in the shop. We can use the coupon in the shop, and then do we want to re-roll the coupon into something else? Or do we want to re-roll that bombs item, the sparkling bombs? We did not hit a deal. We do want to take this. Range up and tier size up. We probably want to re-roll that, honestly. So this is a little disappointing, but we're going to go in here. We're going to do this. That is even more disappointing. We're going to take this. That's fine. And we're going to... We have a battery here, actually. So let's go up and re-roll our boss item. Sorry, I'm a little bit in the game now. We will try and get back to the monologue soon, but I want to puzzle this out. That's just better. It's not incredible, but it's better. And then we're going to go down here again. We're going to grab the battery. Are we going to re-roll you, or are we going to re-roll the bombs? Because I don't know if the item pool for the shop is good enough. I think that in the interest of trying to have more items, we're going to take Nancy bombs, re-roll this. This does virtually nothing for me. Oh wait, grab that. And then let's pop that, and we got perks. I don't really know what that does, if I'm honest. Cross flight for the current room spawns 3 red hearts. We can take the lovers and spawn 3 red hearts, and we'll move on with our lives. It's not the best run of all time. I'm now larger, which is not ideal, but not the end of the world. I do not want to be even larger, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, everyone in Iceland speaks English, to my knowledge, at least a lot of people. And they speak it very well. And they're quite happy to speak it. And yet I was just... And I knew all of this while I was there. And I was just terrified. I just didn't want to, I didn't want to speak to anyone in English. For the reasons that I've disclosed previously, that it's just a bit... It feels a bit silly. Or unreasonable on my part. And it's not that big a deal, especially not in this instance, because as I've said, everyone speaks English and they're quite happy to do so. So I was in Iceland for a couple of days before I actually spoke to basically anybody there. You know, besides the folks that I was visiting that I already knew quite well. Oh my god. I still think this run is winnable. I don't think it's the end of the world, but I don't think it's great. I think we definitely need to hit something a little bit juicier, because I'm quite worried about, you know, the beast themselves, and Also Dogma, who I've just realized we're going to have to fight, and we haven't fought so far. Unless I want to try and do something else, but I don't think there's much else. Like, I think all we have left on Isaac is all of the very difficult stuff, so this is probably one of the easier runs for us to do at the moment. Which is a little ironic. Not that ironic, but a little ironic, when you really think about it. Let's go into here. I'm just taking damage from everything. It's crazy. Reveals the floor layout, does not reveal room icons. Is it just this floor, or is it every floor? I think it's every floor. Okay. Oh, it does not reveal icons, that's right. So I would imagine that over there on the far right is where the boss room is. What does this strength card do? Okay. Let's keep moving for the moment. What was I saying? I was talking about Iceland. Said something about Iceland. I mean, you might not find this very funny, but I certainly found it very funny. The reason that I then, after 2 days, because I was there for 4 days, started talking to people, the reason was that I invited, or they invited me. I invited the friend that I was visiting to come out for lunch on the 3rd day. At just like a burger joint that we both know and like. Sorry, brain dial up again. He said, yeah, I'll come and meet you, and I said, oh, fantastic. And then he said, cool, it's gonna take me a minute to get there, can you order mine for me? And my heart sank in my chest as I realized I was gonna have to talk to whoever was serving. And to make matters worse, I got in there, and the place was rammed. It was not a big restaurant, it was very small, and very packed in. And so, I don't know if you think about things like this. I know I do. When I got in there and saw how cramped it was and how full it was, I thought... I mean, this is just kind of fun, huh? You might have to listen to me do a bit of button mashing, but... it's quite fun. My brain immediately says, oh great, now I'm gonna have to... not only am I gonna have to talk to this person, but everybody in here is gonna be able to hear me. So now I'm gonna have everyone in the room going like, who's this fucking guy? Speaking English? We're in Iceland. Speak Icelandic. The reality is I cannot. When I met these friends, and I figured that I was gonna be spending a good amount of time with them, I got quite excited by the prospect of learning some Icelandic. And I said, hey, why don't I learn? And they said, absolutely not, you're gonna hate every second of it. We'll just speak to you in English. And that set the tone for all of my interactions with Icelanders. Which, like, all in all, have been very pleasant and very understanding on their part. So I'm not, you know... I'm not gonna slate them in any way, shape, or form. I think that I've been the awkward party in just about every interaction I've had with Icelanders. It's just the way that I am. But other, you know, it's not all doom and gloom for my Iceland trip. It was a really wonderful time. I have my Fool card, so I can go in. Oh my god. We're doing a lot of stomping, it seems. This is taking so much of my mental capacity. And when I say this, I mean specifically mashing the arrow keys to shoot my tears. That is absorbing so much of my, like, mental bandwidth right now. It's just reminding myself to keep shooting. But no, it wasn't all doom and gloom. There was a lot of fun to be had there. I went to see a lot of just nice natural scenes. A lot of, like, volcanic turf. I'm gonna friggin' die here. And, a lot of nice, like, mountains and hills and things. It was really great. I did a little bit of hiking. Not a ton of hiking, but you know, a little touch of it. And saw some of the cool like touristy stuff. I went to they got a penis museum, which is really funny. If you've never been to Iceland, if you've never been to specifically Reykjavik, don't know if I said that right. If you've never been to Reykjavik, you should definitely go check out the penis museum. It's a riot. The lore that I have on the penis museum, as I understand it, let's see here. Let's take the negative and a blue heart, and we'll teleport back. And we will go pick up any hearts we've left lying around. I don't think there's that many, unfortunately. It's just, the penis museum was just started by some guy who collected them in his home, and his wife was like, you need to stop filling our home with jars of penises. To which he said, fine, fair play, I'll go start a museum. And then he did it, which is wild and very funny. I know, as per, my delivery has not done much to aid how funny that story is. I would like to apologize. You should just go check it out for yourself, because it's just... The funniest thing of all is just watching the, like, video that plays where this guy talks about it. And he's just like, yeah, I just love collecting dicks. I'm all about it. I'm crazy about this stuff. And you gotta wonder where he got them all. Because he had a lot of those things. There were tons of them. And it was pretty incredible to behold. I've done all of this? Have I been in here? I have been in here. God, I've been on this floor for a while. Let's go through. I'm still very 50-50 on this run, but we'll see how it shakes out. Oh, I've got chocolate milk, I forgot. I was just charging up a tier. Oh no, I was doing so well. So yeah, I don't know. It's just a lot of like animal junk and stuff like that. It's they're all like, you know, severed and in jars of varying sizes. Some of them are hilariously large. Some of them are hilariously small. It's quite wild. Something that I did not realize was how small they are for, like, rodents and things. I don't really know what I expected, but they are, you know, and I'm not exaggerating, literally microscopic. They had little, like, well, not microscopic, but when I said literally microscopic, when I doubled down and said I'm not exaggerating and they're literally microscopic, I was not being literal and I was exaggerating. So I would like to take this opportunity to publicly apologize and state that it was ill-advised on my part. This is the twit longer for me talking about animal penises that I saw while I was in Reykjavik. I would like to apologize to anybody that was affected by my misinformation. It was never my intent to cause anyone any kind of trouble in doing this. Small poop enemies are friendly. Destroying poop spawns 1 to 4 dips. Dip type depends on the poop type. Rocks may be replaced with poop. I feel like every time I've seen this item, it's been absolutely crazy, but I just don't see how it's going to be relevant here. I don't care for Backstabber. I care even less for Friend Zone. This was a terrible trade deal. We have a lot of bombs, so we can definitely pop these. That's more bombs, fantastic. And I guess that there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think we're going to need more keys. Oh my goodness. I think chocolate milk is going to do us a lot of good here, actually. There's a blue heart there. Converts 1 soul black heart into a red heart container. I'm not crazy about that. I would like the blue heart container. Maybe if I pop this? Nope. That's totally fine. We just need 1 coin. That's really all we're after here. So yeah, I don't think I ever actually... I think it's just good, right? Not guaranteed to work, but just good. I would like to find a coin so that I can get this blue heart. I don't really want to blow up the machine because I've donoed some money and I don't really want to just take it back out. This is bad. Let's hide. Fantastic. Well maneuvered, good job me. Uh-oh. This is going to be less well maneuvered. Never mind, I'm maneuvering it fine. I stopped maneuvering it fine. We did get 1 coin though. So we are going to get up to 1 blue heart, which is half a blue heart more than we had. If you ask me, this is all gravy. So let's go ahead and grab you. Let's get the heck out of here. TBH. Okay, good. We don't have to fight anybody in here. I really couldn't remember if we were going to have to beef with anyone in there, but the answer was no. This is not the same as the room that we left. I thought the layout was going to be the same. Is that not how it works? Oh, no, it's not how it works. I remember. It has been a long friggin' while since I've been here. Thinking about it, I don't think I left any trinkets lying around, so I'm not going to... like I said, it's been so long since I've done this, Oh no, I did leave a trinket somewhere. I don't know where, but I did leave one. I remember doing it. I left like a wishbone somewhere or something. So we're gonna want to track that down. It's not on this floor. But there is a trinket somewhere. Why does it matter if you've left a trinket somewhere, you may be asking, if you're not an Isaac pro like me? Well, the reason being... I would have preferred for that to have not happened, but that's fine. The reason being that if you leave a trinket somewhere when navigating this section of the game, on return, what we are now doing is we're going back up. We're ascending back through the basement to the house from whence we came, to confront someone. And in doing so, if you've left a trinket around somewhere in the game on the way down, you will find a red key shard, and the red key shard is used to open a door, which will unlock a tainted character, which is like an alternate version of one of the characters that is unlocked thus far, or like the tainted version of the character that you are playing. So in this case, by using the red key to open the red door, we will unlock Tainted Isaac, because we are currently playing as Isaac. And we will have to do that for every character. So if you thought, oh, he's making good headway through all of the characters in the game so far, he's got a couple stamps on almost all of them, he's just got to unlock the Lost, because that's the one character we're missing. I checked after the last episode. You're wrong, because completing all of the characters that we have unlocked so far is only halfway through the game. So we actually have forever to go, and I'm not fully convinced that we're ever actually going to finish the game. Which personally I'm fine with. You know, it would be cool to finish it someday, but I don't see it as a necessarily likely goal. It's just like a cool thing that could happen if things go very well, but definitely at the pace we're currently moving at, it is not looking super likely. I mean, it's been a year, and we're like maybe... I don't know. I want to say like almost 10% through, 10% of the way through completing the game. Maybe that's bad math. I don't know. What was I talking about before any of this? Kind of nothing. It's just I was doing my twit longer. But we're at a stage in the game now where things are going to get quite intense, and I don't know if I'm cut out to monologue through that. I'm just one man who has limited practice monologuing. That is a trinket dropped on the way up, not on the way down, so it's not going to do us any favors. Ow. Nope. Let's go back and get this heart that we left back here. Ooh. We do have our strength card, which I will probably try and save for the beast. Rather than using on Dogma, just because the beast is a much longer fight. So I think it's going to serve us a lot more benefit using it there. Even though I personally think I find... oh god. I personally think I find Dogma a little bit trickier. Honestly, we might not even make it that far. We might literally have to use it before we get to either of those bosses, just out of pure uselessness on my part. Am I being too hard on myself by calling myself useless here? Maybe. But I know I don't really mean it. I only kind of mean it. So it's fine. I am really, wondering where I left this trinket, because I have absolutely no idea. I'm searching high and low. I know it's in here somewhere. Maybe it's not gonna work because, wait. Reduces all damage taken to half a heart for the duration of the room. I do not want that more than I want strength, I believe. I'm wondering now if the mistake was that I didn't put it into... I mean, I can use this, I guess. It's not going to do me too much good. Oh, here we go. Thank you. Let me just go ahead and do that again. Thank you. And I might do it one more time just to try and get this heart out of here. I'm doing my best, I swear. I'm trying real hard here. Here we go. This is going to be an easier one. And now the grand finale. This one for sure. And there it is. This is not a great room to be in. Ow! I did not know he had that kind of range. Now I know. Okay. That was a little spooky for a second, but I think we're gonna be fine. Whoa. I think that I've made a mistake by not putting it into a secure room like an item room or a boss room. I think the rest of the floor gets randomized on the way back up. And you have to put it into a room that's always going to be there, such as an item or boss room. And I did not do this. So actually, my reassurance that everything is going to be fine may well not actually be true. And that actually I have messed up and we're going to have to do this run again at some point in order to unlock Tainted Isaac. Which is not the end of the world. It's not terrible. It's just not great. It is going to be like a little bit of wasted time if you don't already consider playing this much The Binding of Isaac wasted time. Which it depends. I guess that's more of a results-based assessment. If anything comes of it, it's not really wasted time, but if it's just me sitting here playing like a loser, I think you'd be hard-pressed to convince me otherwise. Yeah, it's not looking fantastic, though, in terms of finding this trinket. We are pretty close to the top again, and I have yet to see it. Spawns a blood dono machine, which we can blow up with a bomb in the hopes that it gives us some hearts. It gave us a lot of hearts. Thank you very much. So let's be back on our merry way. Whoops. Yeah, like I said, we're getting to the last leg of this run now, which I think is going to make it tricky to monologue. For me, anyway. I'm not that good at it. But I'm going to keep doing my best. What else can I tell you about Iceland? Because, I mean, it was a riot. I'm really underselling it, if I'm completely honest with you. I should have waited until I had a little more gas in the tank to really talk about it. A black heart is lovely, thank you. What else did I mean? I went whale watching. This is a good one. I went on do not really care for that right now. I went on a little whale watching cruise just for like a few hours of the day on one of the days I was there. I did it very last minute. It had sort of completely slipped my mind that that was a thing you could do. And then I went, and it went really well. Because the thing is, my friends that I was visiting were very concerned for my enjoyment, because it just wasn't really the season for it, I don't think. And so it was not guaranteed by any means that I would see anything at all. But I got very, very lucky. And I did actually see multiple pods of dolphins, as well as the what I would say is probably the one of the most exciting of all the whale breeds, or all the whale species, a humpback, which was very cool. And I think that the thing that made this such an exciting experience, funnily enough, was that the guy, the tour guide that I had for this cruise, noted at the beginning of the cruise that it was his second day out. He had like just started working on this whale watching cruise, and so he had not been on many trips. And so the whole time we were out there, anytime we saw something, I mean, I'll tell you, this guy was loving life. He was having more fun than I was. He was, you know, we'd see like a splash in the distance, and he'd be like, oh my god, guys, I think that's a whale. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. And he was like going loco on the speaker phone, on the speaker, on the announcement system, on the PA system. That's what I'm looking for. And it's hard not to get caught up in the moment when the you know, representative expert on the boat is losing his dang mind with excitement. You're like, holy cow, this must be like truly one of a kind crazy. And I think it, you know, in some ways it definitely was, in ways that I probably can't really appreciate, to go out just completely out of season and see as much stuff as we did, because we saw a lot of stuff. It was not, you know, a small amount of sea creatures that I bore witness to on that day. This is a little intense. This guy's stressing me out a bit. If you could see fit to chill out, I would appreciate it very much. Okay, there we go. That was very stressful. So those are the pros of the whale cruise. I would say cons of the whale cruise, very cold. I mean, I went during like the summer, and it was very, like, I was expecting Iceland to be cold and awful the entire time weather-wise. Oh no. I do not want. And it was actually pretty good. It was not too bad at all. I went during a week where it was coincidentally pretty sunny for most of the time that I was there. We have 24 keys. We can do this. This is pretty good. That's really good. I mean, this might be the little power spike we're looking for at the moment. That certainly doesn't do much for us. But when you're out on that open ocean, oh my goodness, it's freezing. It is truly, truly freezing cold, no matter what time of year it is. And you know, that was a lesson I learned the hard way. I think we still want one key. So we can... Uh-oh. Okay, well, he's dead now. That was pretty good. We got a couple of items from that. I was hoping to maybe get, like, a battery or something. Oh, hello. I don't think that's going to do much for us. What was I talking about? There it goes again. There goes the brain. Let's check these final rooms. Tragically, I think I have messed up, and we're not going to be unlocking Tainted Isaac, which is completely my bad. That's on my head, be it. We're just going to have to suck it up and accept that we're going to have to do this run again at some point. Because we do want to get all of the characters. But the good news is, we still have like a million runs to do on all the regular characters, so we're definitely in no rush. Here's the thing. It's gonna be really bad when we're fighting Dogma, but it's gonna be really good when we're fighting the Beast. I'm gonna do it because I'm just sick in the head. And if we lose this run because of it, it's completely my fault. But I'm ready to accept that responsibility. And now, we are in the house. We have vacated the bedroom. We've been given lots of keys. Can we sleep? We cannot sleep, we're on full HP. Let's go in here. It's an Eternal Heart that I don't think is going to do anything for us. And now what I would say is that you should... That is some of the luckiest shit that I have ever seen in my life. Unless that's scripted to happen. If that's supposed to happen, then, so, you know, that's fine. But if that's not supposed to happen, that was incredibly, incredibly lucky. I cannot believe that we opened the red key there. Get ready for the coolest, what I think is one of the coolest boss fights of all. It definitely has the best music in the game. I mean, yeah, I just think Dogma is extremely, extremely cool. Oh, he's supposed to shoot the TV? Maybe it's not going to be that bad for Dogma then? Because it's a static target? Yeah, I mean, we're kind of rinsing this guy, actually. So I don't actually... I understand a good amount of the lore behind the game. What I will say is that Dogma is not a piece of the lore that I know too well. And now I think... Sorry, I'm scratching my face a little bit. Yeah, now we are supposed to fight Dogma directly. Holy. He's cracked? He's cracked? He's cracked? He's just gonna keep saying he's cracked over and over again. Here we go. Alright, suck on this. Oh my god, he's getting absolutely peppered. Can we get a couple more bomb shots on him? I mean, I don't know how well you can hear any of the background music and effects and stuff right now. This is the reason that I think this is one of the coolest fights of all. If you can't hear it, either do the fight yourself, or just go watch it on YouTube, like, when someone's not talking over it the entire time and has the volume turned down. It's so cool. It's like this epic, like, rock song, like, shredding guitars, with, like, preachers and, like, evangelist preachers just, like, yelling over the top of it. It's epic. I think we can just go ahead and pop strength right here. And this is looking like a win, if I'm totally honest. I feel very good about this run. Oh, hello. I think, I really cannot say for sure, but I think we have good stats. Damage definitely looks pretty solid. Not, like, the best I've ever seen, but by no means bad. We have lost our free hit that we normally get. But otherwise, I'm not too nervous. We have a lot of HP as well. We do have a D6 that just kind of does nothing for us as well. Now that I'm thinking about it. Can we drop a bomb on this guy? Oh, I'm just sitting in the poison? My mistake? I mean, if I'm playing like that, it's not going to be the free win that I'm acting like it is at the moment. Okay. Can we, yep, get rid of all these flies. Now, war... So these are obviously the 4 horsemen, if you don't know. I'm just going to keep explaining stuff that seems pretty self-evident for the sake of filling the dead air that I'm producing. Ow. But these are the 4 horsemen. So we've now beaten, what is it, famine and plague? Or famine and pestilence, or whatever he's called. And this is war, and then the last of the 4 will be death. War I'm not too worried about. He's pretty chill. There you go. Death I am a bit worried about. He just gets a little freaky from time to time. And then the beast I am again not too worried about. I think the beast is pretty manageable. It's pretty scary that we're as large as we are. We do not have a ton of our health left. I have killed him at this stage before. I don't think it's going to happen here. If we go much deeper than this, it's going to start to get a bit hairy. Yeah, here we go. So this is where it starts to get a little frightening. Oh, we got him! Incredible! Right as things were about to get dicey. And now this should hopefully not be too bad. We can just kind of like drop bombs on this guy. And just kind of chill like this. Oh, I have forgotten about this move. And then I believe when he's finished with this, we want to stay up. That was a little cheap, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, we want to stay up. And then he's going to start chasing us again. We do have good damage, but quite poor fire rate. That's pretty good. We are on 1.5 hearts left. So this could actually go either way right now. He's taking a little bit of damage. You can see some like visual effects on him there. I think we just need to keep dropping bombs and hope that, yeah, he's very close now. And I believe that's it. There you go. That's the run one. Holy cow. It's the longest run we've had all year. And better still, that puts us on a 2-win streak. And now it's just Delirium and Boss Rush we need to do on Isaac, and we've got, like, I think the world is pretty much our oyster at this point. We also now, if I hit E here, have the Tainted character pool available to us, which we probably won't dive into anytime soon, just because it's all a lot more complicated. I think we want to just kind of chill and get these guys done for now, and we'll work our way up to that. But anyway, I won't keep you much longer. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you made it this far, I appreciate it, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Alright, bye!